Welcome! We are thrilled to have you here with us at Forge College. Today, we are going to talk about how your data actually lives on the blockchain. You just finished assembling a deployment pipeline for CI. Your automated pipeline is humming along perfectly, ready to ship updates. Now you actually have to put some data through it. That brings us to our module on advanced data handling techniques. We are moving beyond simple variables to look at complex data structures on Solana. To build applications that are fast, cheap, and crash-proof, you have to understand how your data is physically arranged at the lowest level. When you picture your application's data, don't imagine it floating in an infinite weightless cloud. Instead, this video shows what it's really like, a tiny, highly constrained physical storage unit. On Solana, there is a rule called rent-exemption. This means you pay a literal cost in tokens for every single byte of space your data occupies. You are renting real estate. How you pack that tiny space dictates two things. First is your read latency, which is how fast you can find your items. Second is your write cost, which is how expensive it is to squeeze new items in. Designing complex data structures is an exercise in physical space management. This blueprint shows our first layout strategy, a flattened struct. Think of it as a single, rigid, perfectly organized storage shelf. Notice how the highlight sweeps across the blocks in one motion. This represents contiguous storage, which places your fixed-size data fields right next to each other. This setup enables a powerful feature called zero-copy to serialization. Because everything is a fixed size and in a predictable order, your application can grab everything off the shelf in a single lightning-fast motion, without pausing to unpack or sort through the items. If you have hot data, information your users need to see instantly and repeatedly, it belongs on a contiguous shelf. A single shelf is great until you need to add a variable length list. What happens when a piece of data needs to grow over time? If you try to force a growing item onto a tightly packed fixed-size shelf, it expands and knocks everything else onto the floor. This diagram shows the solution: indirect storage. Instead of a single shelf, you keep your growing items in scattered, separate boxes, and you use a primary index account, acting as a map or clipboard, to point to where they live. Checking a map and walking to multiple boxes takes slightly longer to read. However, it saves the system from the massive computational cost of unpacking, resizing, and rewriting an entire shelf every time a single item grows. Let's add thousands of users into the mix. In active applications, concurrency means many people are trying to change data at the exact same moment. This diagram shows Solana's locking rule. If multiple users update the same contiguous shelf simultaneously, the system places a heavy lock over it, creating a massive traffic jam. Watch as the single box splits into separate containers. The lock disappears and the arrows route smoothly. Indirect storage allows parallel updates without collision. For any application handling high traffic, isolating mutable fields into separate accounts is the only way to prevent system gridlock. Let's apply this blueprint to a real-world scenario. Imagine you are designing the data layout for an on-chain digital marketplace. This diagram shows a marketplace listing. Hot data, listing ID and price, sits in a solid block on a rigid shelf for zero-copy speed. Unpredictable bids cannot stay there. Instead, dotted lines assign them to independent boxes in an index layout, preventing lockdowns. Professional Solana schemas combine both strategies. You use rigid shelves for blazing fast browsing and scattered boxes for high-traffic bidding. To future-proof this setup, you need one final rule. Always add a discriminant at the start of your data. A discriminant is simply a version marker. It acts like a date stamp on the outside of a storage box, ensuring that years from now, the system knows exactly which rules to use when decoding what is inside. The golden rules are clear. Hot, fixed-size data belongs on a contiguous shelf. Growing, independent data belongs in indirect, labeled boxes. In our next lesson, applying advanced serialization, you will take these architectural blueprints and turn them into actual Rust code. We have plenty more for you to explore. Please visit forge.college for more educational resources on Web3 and advanced data handling. Once you know how to arrange your bytes, you control the physical space of the blockchain. We'll see you in the next lesson.